The Philippines is on track to become the world's 22nd largest economy by 2035. Despite the disruption created by the coronavirus epidemic, the Philippines is on track to become the world's 22nd largest economy in the next 15 years, according to research. In its World Economic League Table 2021, the London-based Center for Economics and Business Research predicted that the Philippines will rise 10 slots in the list by 2035, from its present 32nd position this year. Although the rate of economic growth has been excellent in recent years, it is vital to remember that the population has been quickly increasing, growing at an average annual rate of 1.5% between 2015 and 2020, according to the research. The Philippines endured economic disruptions as a result of the epidemic, according to the London-based Center for Economics and Business Research, with the GDP forecast to fall by 8.3% this year. GDP is expected to contract by 8.5 to 9.5% by the end of 2020, before increasing by 6.5 to 7.5% in 2021, according to the country's economic planners. In the second quarter, the country entered its first recession in over 30 years, as severe quarantine rules impeded economic activity. The yearly rate of GDP growth is expected to increase to 6.7% on average during the following 5 years. However, between 2026 and 2035, the CBR predicts a small slowdown in GDP growth to 6.5% per year, according to the CBR. According to the CBR analysis, the Philippines is the world's 32nd largest economy this year but is anticipated to drop to 33rd in 2021. In 2025, the country will be the 28th largest economy in the world, increasing to 25th in 2030 and 22nd in 2035. The Welt report this year made significant changes since the center's study issued last year predicted that the Philippines would fall to 22nd place by 2034. The country would have one of the fastest growing economies among the 193 countries studied, according to the analysis. The CBR calculated that the pandemic will cost $6 trillion in global GDP. We anticipate the longer-term impact will be smaller, it stated, falling to around $1 trillion by 2034. Although CBR believes that the availability of COVID-19 vaccinations will help to alleviate economic restrictions, it also recognizes that there will be some long-term negative consequences in many countries. We anticipate that the global economy's scarring will alter the growth-inflation trade-off, and hence forecast an economic cycle in the early to mid-2020s as inflation triggered by COVID-19's supply-side hit makes its way through, the center stated. China will replace the United States as the world's largest economy by 2028, 5 years earlier than previously predicted, according to CBR. The CBR linked this to China's viral management and the impact on long-term growth in Western economies.